Close the door on your competition with other buyers. Deal exclusively one-on-one with you. And I can tell you, statistically speaking, if you are the highest bidder, you will be the buyer of the property after the fact, of course. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just a couple of housekeeping rules. There's a couple of ways that you can bid here this evening. The first option is if you're on the phone with one of the Ray White Ringwood staff, you can tell them you'll bid on the phone and they can bid on your behalf. The second option is you can bid like you would on the street. You can put your hand up, you can yell out your bid, I will see you and I will hear you. Of course, for you to be able to do that, you must have your camera and your microphone turned on, otherwise we won't see you and we won't hear you. So for you to be able to do that, down the bottom center of your screen, you'll see the little camera and the microphone. You've got to make sure that they're not red and that they are turned on. The third option, which is probably the way I would suggest, we've been doing these online auctions for over 2 years now, Ray White Ringwood. This way seems to work the best. Is down the bottom right, you'll see the two little people and the number 10. That is how many people are on tonight's meeting, 10 people. Next to that is what looks like a page or a speech bubble. Okay, that is the in-call messages or the chat function. What you're able to do is you can type your bid in there. It'll pop up on my screen. Just bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Test there from Auction Reporters popped up. Thank you very much. Just bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, my job here this evening is to help guide you where you need to be with your bidding. So keep an ear out. I'll let you know if we're accepting that amount, if we're seeking a different amount in order to make it as easy as possible for you to bid and buy here this evening. And what a fantastic offering that we have on offer here. 543 Maroondah Highway in Ringwood. The photos have been playing through the carousel as I have been talking. 651 square metres of the finest soil that Ringwood has to offer. The property itself, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom in the house. But wait, there's more. We've got the self-contained unit out the back, kitchen, bathroom, another bedroom in there. So 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms in total. Perfect if you have a teenagers retreat, a home office. Let's be honest, a lot of us are working from home a lot more in COVID times. So it's a wonderful offering, something very special and unique. Floorboards throughout, neat as a pin. And the location, ladies and gentlemen, you've got it all at your doorstep. Short drive down to Eastland and then a train station into the city, Eastlink down to the beach. You've got all the eateries there at Ringwood Square. You've got schools, some really reputable schools, Yarra Grammar, just up the road, up Kalinda Road, right on your doorstep. You've got walking trails, you've got parks, you've got it all at your fingertips, and it is just on the gateway to the Yarra Valley. It's a wonderful property in a wonderful location. We do sell it today via public auction. We do call for a 60-day settlement, 10% deposit to pay upon signing of the contract, both deposit and signing. That can be done electronically. Olivia's let me know a couple of parties have sought variations to those deposit and settlement terms. Those variations have been approved. So bid with confidence. Now the vendors have done everything that they can to make it as simple for you to bid and buy here this evening. I just wanted to highlight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure every buyer been aware, Olivia assured me, but the gas panel heater in the lounge room that is not in working order. I just want to make sure everyone is aware of that. Olivia assured me that everyone has, so that should not come as any surprise. So I think that's enough out of me. I'll throw it over to you. You've seen it. You loved it. Now's your chance to bid and buy it. Where do we go? Opening bidder offer. Get me underway. 543 Maroondah Highway in Ringwood. Where do we start? Good to see, even with the online versus the on-site, some things remain the same. We call for an opening bid at an on-site auction. Everyone's usually silent. We call for an opening bid at an online auction. It's great to see that that's come over. Silence has ended. Thank you, Maria. We're off and running at 650. That's 650. Good luck with the bidding. You're in front. That's 650,000 now. Let's go up in tens. That's 650. I had 60. I searched. That's 650 now. Where's the competition? That's $650,000 now. Clearly better offered. 650. Where do we go? Plenty of real estate in for that price. Opening bid with you, Maria. Good luck. That's 650,000. Get a call it 3 times. That's 650,000. First call. At 650.
660.
660. I got it there, Betty. Thank you. At 660. There you go. You heard it there, Maria. 660 with Betty. Where do we go now? Suggest 700, but up to you. That's 667, can I say? That's 660,000. 2-horse race. First call. 660. Second call against you, Maria. Where do we go? I suggest 7, but up to you. 670, all right, why not? We'll take it at 670,000, Betty. Where do we now? Same advice, suggest 700. That's 670 with you, Maria. That's 670,000, first call. Where to now, Betty? Suggest 700, but up to you. Second call, 670,000. Third and final time, Betty. I need to know. 670. Any rise? As I said, the highest bidder, sole rights to negotiate in the land of auctions. You want to be first. You've got to be last. With you, Maria. Appreciate your patience. Same courtesy should you need. Betty, where are we going? I need to know. 670 I have with you, Maria. Where to now, Betty? That's 670. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to move things a bit along. We're going to put a vendor bid in. Vendor bid with me at 700,000. That's 700,000 with me, the vendor. Maria, 710 where you need to be. That's 700,000. Clearly a bit offered here. Betty against you. 710 I'll take. That's 700,000 I have. That's 710, Maria. Jump on in. That's 700,000. First call. Second call, Maria. That's 700,000. Jump on in for 710. All Betty. 710 to get you in. You're on silent if you're trying to talk, Betty. Third and final time, Maria. That's 700,000. 710, give yourself a chance. Back in front, all you, Betty. 700 I have, 710 I search. Just want to remind you, Betty and Maria, if we pass the property in on a vendor bid, what that means is that no one has an advantage. What that means is no one gets to deal exclusively with the vendor. We will grab your offer, Betty's offer, Maria's offer, the other offers that we might have. That's 710. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate it. Got you back. Nose in front. That's 710,000 with you, Maria, the starter. That's 710, Betty. Haven't forgotten about you. 20, jump on in. That's 710, the bid. Clearly bid and offered. That's 710. I get a call 3 times. That's 710,000. First call, that's 710. Second call, Betty. 720 to get you back. Surely you didn't jump on just for one bid. Third, final time. That's $710,000. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do, I think there's a couple of conversations going on out the back I can see. So I'm just going to press pause on the auction. Going to go back, speak to the owners. We'll be back before we can say cat in a hat.
Seven 113.
713 was a bid there from Betty. Maria, we're not going to take 714. We're not going to take 713, Betty. We're going to take a $10,000 rise. So the next bid, 720. At 710,000 now. At Betty, I'll search. I'll take 720. 720 is where you need to be. At 710, the bid now. Clearly bid it off. I appreciate the offers, guys, the 3 and the 4, but we're wanting to bid here to 720,000. 10 on top for you, Betty, at 710. Clearly bid and offered at 710. Where do we go? Going to call it 3 times. At $710,000. First call. 20 where you need to be, Betty. Second call, 710,000.
Yeah, I think 720.
You'll do 720. I love it. Thank you very much. At 720, Maria is against you. At 720, you got the bid, Betty. At 720, let's go 30, Maria. 10 on top. Taking 10s in time at 720,000. Clearly bid over there with Betty. You heard it. At 720,000. I've got it there. Thank you, Liv. 720,000 with Betty. First call, 720 I have with Betty. Olivia bidding on her behalf. Second call, Maria. 30 where you need to bid. The bid's at 720 against you. 730, jump on back in at 720,000. Third and final, got you in there. Buzzer beater, well done at 730,000. Good work there, Maria. At 730, Betty. 40, I suggest. 30 I have. At 730,000. Clearly bid it off at 730. Where to, Betty? Suggest 40. Call it 3 times. Tell Liv on the phone. Say it yourself. We'll take them both of the bid. That's 730,000. First call with you, Maria. Second call against you, Betty. 740 you need to be. 730 I have. Searching 740. Third and final time, Betty. In, out. What are we doing? 730,000. Clearly bid it off here with Maria. That's 730, 40. Jump on in, Betty. Or Liv if you're on the phone. 740 we search. 730 I have. 651 square meters. The granny flat out the back. Self-contained. Timber floor throughout. Neat as a pin. The alfresco area. Nice modern kitchen with tile splashbacks right there on cue. We couldn't have timed that any better, Haley. Where do we go? There's a hell of a lot of real estate here for that price. That's the old saying. That's 730,000, Betty. Have I done enough to convince you to bid at 740? 730 the bid. 40 can I say, Betty? Or Liv? In, out, what are we doing? That's 730,000. Need to know. Last time I walked out of the room, you bid. Maybe I was walking out of the room again. That's 730. Clearly bid and offered. Wonderful property, wonderful location. Schools at your doorstep. Short stroll into Eastland and the train station. Where do we go? Need to know. That's 730,000. Betty, I'm going to call it 3 times. First call, 730 with you, Maria. 740 to get you back in front. Second call, that's 730,000 with you, Maria. 40 to get you in, Betty. Third, final time, 740,000. Clearly bid and offered. Well, it worked the first time. I'm going to press pause, step out of the room. We'll see what happens. We'll be back before you can say frog in a sock. Ladies and gentlemen, big decision buying and selling of real estate. I'm sure we can appreciate. I've spoken to the vendors, clear instructions. No more bidding. I know exactly what I'm going to do at 730,000. I'm going to call it 3 more times at 730,000. Any more bidding, Betty? Now's the time to jump on in. I need to know. At 730,000, first call. Clear instructions. I know what I'm doing. At 730,000, Betty. Second call. I need to know. In, out. What are we doing? Third, final time. At 730,000, the bid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do, we're going to move along to our next part of our negotiation. Plenty of interest in the property. Get a pass property in. I'm sure next time you drive down Maroondah Highway, however, you'll see a sold sticker up at 543. Plenty of interest of parties in the property after auction. We're going to hit the phones, tell them the good news, what they were hoping happened, did actually happen, and that they can now put a conditional offer in. If you have interest in the property, reach out to either Olivia or I. We'll be more than happy to discuss. Have a lovely evening. We hope to see you at the next Ray White Ringwood online auctions.